shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Alabama's offense takes the field to start this game off. Crimson Tide dominated the last time they saw balls blowing out Tennessee.
Man, Reese, it was roll tide roll as soon as they got off the bus. David, they were bigger, they were stronger and faster, and showed up on the scoreboard.
And Tennessee hasn't forgotten that. You've had a year to stew on it and do something about it because you had a lot of mistakes a year ago.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Good job.
Catch in the middle, it's Hale. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. After a 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 7 and 7. He leads it with his back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The noise reverberating off the checkerboard. Stealing on 3rd down. Using it deep. Breaks into the just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
When you come out and the run game works right away, everybody gets confidence, everybody's happy, and the whole playbook now is open for everybody to use.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throw it to the back on the screen. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Second coming up in this red zone opportunity. Lead with the back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to make these 3rd downs manageable. You throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long.
Picked off, and the open drive is stopped with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
You just got to be so careful now with footing. Quarterbacks, the ball's going to be slippery. Receivers may be slipping in and out of breaks. They just weren't on the same page on that last throw. First drive of the game, in the rain, they throw a pick.
This offense starts deep in a hole. They'll give it to the back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. And the Vols want to crank the tempo. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Staley. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice. man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes a third down situation, and the defense hasn't been able to slow them down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds space on the right. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Vols had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Finds his big tight end. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They're going to run it.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. To the air, it's Russell. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, Dave.
Yeah, in 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely don't like each other. They don't like anything about each other. Every time the other team's playing, they're cheering against them. This game has always meant a lot.
And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
Hard running there. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just chews up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He makes the catch. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And you really want to pay this drive off. This is a nice drive by this offense. Got to keep it going. Got to keep the foot on the gas. Obviously, trailing with a chance to tie this football game going into the half.
That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this first down.
That's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on fourth down.
The give on the inside. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still to the ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll move the tight end. He'll run it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. He'll bring it out. It's Walker. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. So here is the Tennessee offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Connection to the right. And they bring him down, and the big play will move the sticks. The Volunteers are in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Takes the handoff. It's Bishop. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Offense lining up quickly.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he drops the throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Volunteers will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And he is knocked down immediately. physical play there forces the incompletion first down. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Back to throw, it's Russell. Step there with the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They go to the ground. Open space at the 25. Get it down to the 38-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Back to throw, it's Russell. He'll pull it down and run. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half you can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits, airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real up and fast. With that, let's throw it back, guys, to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a process, and now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot. What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. throw for it. Soft spot in the middle. Powers through. And that one will come up for the second half.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. A lot of times, touchdown passes thrown into the end zone. You've got to read coverage, hit the open guy, and do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Got it, and it's Hale. And he's caught down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. That pick up on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boost.
You've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the side for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. They'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Give to the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
The Volunteers headed quickly to the line.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They'll run the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Volunteers will punt it away on 4th down. Really good job by the cover team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Keep it on the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Neyland Stadium allowed a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. The incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration. But you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper. But they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. Just hope this one doesn't come back and bite you right in the hind leg.
Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines. Get it.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier attack.
throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
He'll field the punt. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 20-yard line. The jet sweep. Not much running room thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The give from the gun. He stopped at a yard out to the 30.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. So here is the Tennessee offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend the lead after punting last time.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's try.
Offense on the move. Big play there. Gets it to the 30. And the ball's racing to the line in a hurry up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Leaves it with the back. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. From inside the red zone. Going for it all. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on... Send the tight end in motion. Now the play fake. Shoots it to the left. Looking for the goal line.
I see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown! Oh, dear. Great job by the back on the option. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone away, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost him a big play on first down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit force that incompletion.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
But that is one the tight end want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
Finds his man. It's Adams. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. They bring him down. Not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ball.
Alabama pushing the tempo. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Adams. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions. That they've got it at the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Green. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. So now it's second and long.
Well, here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. They make the stop on the return to the 38-yard line as this defense records an interception. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And a good solid up there before the defense knocks him down. The Vols can really attack on this second and short.
Well, they got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Here they come, first and 10 from the 48. They want to run this quarterback. Gets it past the mark. Running on the Jets.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. They're going to those running lane, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. Here's the thing. You better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside kick. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. The Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've been running it, but now the pass. Touchdown, Tennessee! Fired in from the red zone for the score. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Duke is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to SMU.
Wants to throw. It's Russell.
Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Phyllis?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know if it's final. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. This time he's got his man. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. and short. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Alabama quickly back to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Adams. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Trying to convert this second and short. Wants to throw again. The short hands. It's Hill. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force them.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes post-game handshake fun sometimes.
Breaks into the open. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Timeout called by the defense is their first and a half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback touch pass, jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Defense gets the timeout call, 20 seconds left on the clock. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, give on the inside. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in the backfield.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space he found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Pocket breaking down. Hit as he throws. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. The defense making